Okay, okay. Are we all settled? Last call for pen and paper. Last call for pen and paper. Is everyone ready? We all good? Okay. Oh, Kvazzini. So for those who remember last year, we are running the same system again. There are points available for best team name. It will be entirely arbitrarily decided by me, so know your audience, know who you're playing to. There will be no complaints to be had this time round. And make sure to put that on any answer sheets that you end up handing in. And if we are all sitting comfortably, then I shall begin. We're going to start off with a bit of general knowledge. So, question 1. Name the coffee shop in the sitcom Friends. That's name the coffee shop in the sitcom Friends. Question 2. Which surrealist artist is famous for painting melting clocks? Which surrealist artist is famous for painting melting clocks? Question 3. Which is the smallest planet in our solar system? Which is the smallest planet in our solar system? Question 4. Who wrote the novels Gone Girl and Sharp Objects? Who wrote the novels Gone Girl and Sharp Objects? Question 5. From which grain is the Japanese spirit sake made? From which grain is the Japanese spirit sake made? For those on the stream at home, do play along if you'd like, of course. There will be no prizes available for you, but you can win some, pride. Okay, moving on. Question 6. What was the Turkish city of Istanbul known as before the year 1930? What was the Turkish city of Istanbul known as before 1930? So one last time, what was the Turkish city of Istanbul known as before the year 1930? You tell me. Question 7. What is the old name for a Snickers bar before it changed in 1990? What is the old name for a Snickers bar before it changed in 1990? One for all the boomers out there. So one last time, what is the old name for a Snickers bar before it changed in the year 1990? Question 8. In which part of your body would you find your cruciate ligament? In which part of your body would you find your cruciate ligament? So one last time, in which part of your body would you find your cruciate ligament? Question 9. Which element is denoted by the chemical symbol Pb in the periodic table? Which element is denoted by the chemical symbol Pb in the periodic table? So one last time, which element is denoted by the chemical symbol Pb in the periodic table? Question 10, final question of the round. Which is longer, a nautical mile or a mile? Which is longer, a nautical mile or a mile? One last time, which is longer, a nautical mile or a mile? Okay, so round 2. We've moved on from general knowledge. We're all Age of Empires nerds here, so we should hopefully know a little bit about history, see how much we've picked up as we've gone along. So, starting off, question 1. How many wives did Henry VIII have? How many... How many wives did Henry VIII have? bonus point on offer if you can offer me the order in which events happen to them. As in what?
What was their fate?
So how many wives did Henry VIII have? And for a bonus point, tell me what happened to them. Question 2. In which year was Concorde's first flight? In which year was Concorde's first flight? So, in which year was Concorde's first flight? Possibly not covered by your AoE 2 history. I realize that might be a challenge. I'll get back to you on that one. Question 3. Who discovered penicillin? Who discovered penicillin? So, who discovered penicillin? Question 4. Who is credited with inventing the telephone? Who is credited with inventing the telephone? So one last time, who is credited with inventing the telephone? Question 5. Who is the only British Prime Minister to have been assassinated? Who is the only British Prime Minister to have been assassinated? So just to clarify the Concorde question, as we had a clarification question from our favorite admin, sorry, joint favorite admin, I realize Quasini's over there as well. First test flight. Not first commercial flight, not first passenger flight, first test flight.
Let's get it right to the day.
So just to repeat question 5 one last time, who is the only British Prime Minister to have been assassinated? Question 6. Mount Vesuvius erupted and destroyed which historical city? Mount Vesuvius erupted and destroyed which historical city? Stop asking awkward questions. So one last time, Mount Vesuvius erupted and destroyed which historical city? And question 7. What was the capital city of the Incan Empire? What was the capital city of the Incan Empire? So one you might have picked up while playing Age of Empires 2, what was the capital city of the Incan Empire? Question 8. Who was the second president of the United States of America? Who was the second president of the United States of America? So, who was the second president of the United States of America? Question 9. The War of the Roses was fought between which two royal houses? The War of the Roses was fought between which two royal houses? So, the War of the Roses was fought between which two royal houses? And final question of the round. Which space mission were Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin a part of? Which space mission were Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin a part of? So one last time, which space mission were Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin a part of? And with that, we come to the end of round 2. So we're just going to take a short break for a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes or so. So grab yourself a drink, go to the toilet, take a bit of time to sort out your team name if you need to, and be ready again in 10 minutes. Countdown's on the screen. And yeah, if you could bring your answer sheets to me at the front. Make sure they've got your team name on, please. So, sorry to interrupt you whilst you're on your breaks, but we have actually just remembered there was a bonus round. So AC, who isn't here, of course, did actually put the majority of this quiz together. So there is another round that's going to be appearing on the screen, an anagram round. So we'll give you a bit more time, actually, in this break, maybe another 10 minutes on top of the 10 minutes we were already giving you. So you can spend a bit of time working through these AoE2-related anagrams and come up with your best answers. If you need more paper, just come up to the front. I've got more available if you need. The spaces are irrelevant. So there might be more, there might be fewer.
And if you need more paper for future rounds, we've got plenty here, so come and grab a new sheet from Capy.
Okay, as I've just had I've just been assaulted here at the desk. Yeah, there is an error in the fourth one down. There we go. So Grandy has corrected it here. There is an extra T there. Do with that T what you will. It will be useful, I assure you. Apologies, but it is there now. hopefully that will smooth things over for people. So how are people, can I just get us a general vibe from the room? How are people getting on with the anagrams? Are we ready to move on, or do people want a little bit more time? 2 more minutes? Okay, couple more minutes and then we'll... 5 more minutes. No, a couple more minutes and then we'll move on. Okay, so we are moving on now. So next up, we have got a music round. And this has been put together by AC, so we will actually get to hear his lovely voice. So just for a bit of context, these songs are popular, modern songs for the most part, but done in an old-fashioned style, so with medieval, Renaissance instruments. So all we're asking for is the name of the song. We don't need the artist, we don't need anything like that, just the name of the song.
Question 1.
So just in case you hadn't guessed, you will hear each song twice, and we'll give you a few seconds in between just to mull things over if you need.
Question 2. Question 3. Question 4. Question 4. Question 5. It's question 6. Frage 7. The question 8. Question 9. And finally, question 10.
So I'll just give you a moment just to gather your thoughts on the last few. Just as a little shout out, those songs have been taken from a YouTube artist called Beadle the Bard. Do make sure to go check them out on YouTube. They do a lot of these covers and, well, as you've heard from these snippets, they're really good fun. They're really well done. So it's really worthwhile. I'm sorry, was twice not good enough for you? Okay, so going into the final round, I know it says, well, you might have gathered a sneak peek when I misclicked earlier. We've got a special little video from someone to take us through the questions here. Just one small caveat before we get it going. These are based on things before the latest patch. So thank you, dev team, for fucking up the quiz. But over to Masmorra to take us through. Sorry, just bear with us a second.
All right. All right, hello there, LAN Madness. I'm Masmorra, and I hope you're all having a great time in St Helens. And what better way to have fun at a LAN party than bragging about your knowledge of Age of Empires 2? So here are a few questions about your favorite game. You guys ready? Let's do it. How many rugs appear around your starting TC in the definitive edition Arabia scripts? Too. So here are a few questions about your favorite game. You guys ready? Let's do it. How many rugs appear around your starting TC in the definitive edition Arabia scripts?
I will put the questions up on the screen after the video has gone through, so if anything does need repeating, that will be possible.
How many hits does a generic, unupgraded spearman take to kill a fully upgraded Persian elite war elephant? A 21, B 25, C 30, or D 32? Good luck with this one. Prior to being renamed Corvinian Army with the release of Definitive Edition, what was the name of the Magyar's Castle Age unique technology? Which campaign series is set the earliest in history?
Just to clarify, by the way, this does not include the AoE 1 campaigns that have been ported over.
Which player won the most prize money from Age of Empires 2 tournaments and show matches in 2022? The Sicilian campaign is named after which Norman family? How many civilizations have access to every upgrade in the monastery? A4, B5, C6, or D7?
Just to go through the options again. So A4, B5, C6, or D7.
What is the only civilization to have access to every technology in the university? Which southern cathedral is the Britain's wonder based on? How many hit points does a fully upgraded Aztec monk have?
So that was the final question of the quiz. So we'll give you a last couple of minutes just to finalize any answers, go back to any questions that you couldn't quite get at the time. And when you're ready, if you could bring your papers forward to me at the front, and we'll then have another 10-15 minute break whilst we tot up the scores and come back to you for winners and the prize.
Can I realign my questions? Because we only got to 8. And we were like, what do you mean? So can I just see the questions again and I'll put an arrow?
Okay, we have totted up the scores. We'll go through the answers, satisfy that intellectual curiosity we've all got here, see how many people end up kicking themselves, perhaps kicking their teammate, and then we'll get to prize giving. So, for round one, which was general knowledge, question one was the coffee shop in Friends. Answer was Central Perk. Surrealist artist who liked to paint melting clocks, Salvador Dali. Smallest planet in our solar system, Mercury. I know there were a lot of lost tears for Pluto there. The author of Gone Girl was Gillian Flynn. Sake is made from rice. Istanbul, before 1930, was known as Constantinople, or as one team added, it used to also be known as Byzantium. Good bit of extra knowledge, doesn't earn you any extra points, I'm afraid. Snickers bars, before the year 1990, were known as marathon bars. The cruciate ligament is found in the knee. It's a bit of a personal one for AC, I think. And chemical symbol PB is for lead. And finally, nautical mile or a mile, which is longer, nautical mile. So into round two, history. So how many wives did Henry VIII have? 6. And of course, the bonus point, divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived. Very impressed to see a couple of teams as well adding in correct names for each wife in order. Again, great SWOT knowledge, doesn't win you anything. Discoverer of penicillin, Alexander Fleming. The inventor of the telephone, Alexander Graham Bell. The only British Prime Minister to be assassinated, Spencer Perceval. I think only 1 or 2 teams got that one. Bit of a gap in our collective British history knowledge. Mount Vesuvius famously erupted and destroyed Pompeii. Afraid again, no bonus points for your SWOT knowledge. But yes, Herculaneum as well was also destroyed. The Incan capital, Cusco. Second President of the United States, John Adams. War of the Roses was fought between the houses of York and Lancaster. And of course, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong were part of Apollo 11 was the mission. So round 3, the music round. Performance on this round was very, very good all round. I was very impressed. I think the lowest score any team got on this round was 8. Solid job. Obviously, I'm not going to go through and sing the songs. You'll just have to go back and watch Beadle the Bard's wonderful videos to remind yourself of how they sounded. And for the answers for the Age of Empires section, we have got a little bit more of our lovely friend Masmorra to take us through them.
All right, so let's get to the answers. The answer to question number 1 is 5. It's basically 1 rug per edition of King of the Desert. Moving on to question 2. The answer to question 2 would be option A, 21. For question number 3, the answer is mercenaries. Moving on to question 4, answer would be Alaric. Question number 5, the answer is Tato. For question number 6, the answer would be the Oatvilles. For question number 7, the answer would be the option C, 6. For question number 8, the answer is Koreans. Moving on to question number 9, the answer is Chichester. And finally, for question number 10, the answer would be 95. Congratulations to the winner or winners of the quiz, and I wish you folks a great time at the LAN, and see you next time. All right, hello there, LAN Madness.
So just, very quickly, it's very kind of Masmorra to take some time out of his work to put that together for us. Please show him a bit of love. And do go check out his podcasts on YouTube. He's producing some really wonderful stuff for the scene, and he's one of the nicest guys in the scene. So do go show him some appreciation where you can. For the anagrams, I will just have to read these out. So, Albert Arse was Arbalester. Carmen Bond Knob was Bombard Cannon. Tad Arect was a trade cart. Thislia Up Telly, once you added the extra T, became Elite Turtle Ship. Outrain Eel It was an Elite Genitor. Hims Rims Rapier Like was Imperial Skirmisher. Yus Col Cravat was a Scout Cavalry. And Lycan Ear Tat was an Elite Tarkan. So, the moment we're all waiting for, the results. I'll go through this in reverse order. So, starting from the bottom, with 25 points, we had I Heart Capy Fan Club. I appreciate it, thank you guys. Above them, we had, with 38 points, Team Dash. Low effort. Above that, we had 3 teams tied on 40 points. So we had Rise of Size, shameless bit of self-promotion, by the way, not a fan of that. With them, we also had Team 4am Frontliners. They've got their evening plans sorted out. And with them, we also had Get in the Bengalis. And second place, and also taking the prize for the best team name, we had Treadmill Brains with 41, 43 with the bonus points, which means our winners, with 46 points, storming away with the competition, double Quizax. Well done, guys. Congratulations. That's you guys, yeah. So we do... How many? 8. We do have a little something for you guys, so do come on up and we'll... We have a mug for each of you. Do come and collect. And let's give them a big hand, guys. Well done. Really great effort.
Thank you.
And okay, yeah, just before we all disappear, quickly, massive thank you for AC for putting this all together. He's done a huge amount of work, even though he's not here. Can we just have a moment, to show him some appreciation? He's been following along on the stream as well. He's done a great job here. Obviously, we wish he was actually here in person, but let's show him plenty of love. And I think we're going to be moving on to some community games across the hall, playing some crab game next. So get that ready if you haven't already. Get yourself another drink, go to the toilet, and we'll be back together in a short period. Sorry, photo first. So Don't dash off. Stay here, please. We want to get a big team photo.